Okay, so I've been doing some experiments with a gyroscope. This is an MPU 60, 62, 50. It's a 6-axis gyroscope. It's just a basic one, but I was interested to see what sort of applications you could have for making game controllers. In the end, I settled on sort of recreating the light gun projects, but with an IMU instead. This is a replica airsoft gun, and it's really convenient because it looks and feels nice. It's also functional. One of the custom things that I've made for this project, and I've just disassembled it, but you can see the inner workings here, is a foot pedal for this project. It's just made out of some cardboard, and it's just got a switch there with some springs. When the thing is all in one piece, because its joint is actually made from a pen. There you go, you can see when it's all assembled in one piece, it's nice and easy. It has quite a light touch. Obviously, if you press too hard, you will crush it because it is made out of cardboard. But it does the job. I went looking for some wire. Unfortunately, you can't really find the right type of wire for electronics on spools at your average hardware store around here. So what I had to do was buy a telephone wire and then just cut that up. Luckily enough, it had a 0.6mm wire 4-core, so it did the job nicely. Now, for controlling the gun, I've got an Arduino Mega taped to my arm. That's of course taped to the MPU, and we've got some buttons on the gun. There's a little micro switch in there. You can use any sort of Arduino for this, but I chose to use a Mega because it's what I had lying around at the time. So the game I've made for this is a custom one on Unity, but of course I'm sure you can make your own driver to get the Arduino to work like a mouse. So an issue with using IMUs is that you do have to hold them very still when you're calibrating them. Some of them are also subject to drift, which isn't good. A way around this is to put in a system within your app or game where you've got a button or some easy way to recalibrate it, or possibly just put in some potentiometers and have that directly affect the position of your crosshair or your aiming point, whatever it is that the IMU is actually moving. Here is the game. As I said, it takes a while to calibrate, and it won't calibrate if your pins have come out. And let's try and play it. Okay, so it's working now. It is rather accurate. Once you've got it calibrated, it is extremely accurate. You can put in your own sensitivity values. Like I said, if you had a potentiometer on the gun or on the device, you could use the potentiometer to adjust the sensitivity as you're going on. That would help if you're using different size screens, different resolutions, would cater for all sorts of different hardware. One of the issues of using an electric airsoft is that, of course, the recoil is kicking about a bit. Without any kind of shock absorber or spring on the IMU, I found it was knocking the IMU all over the place, and it just wasn't really stable enough for this application. So for that reason, I've decided to take this onto my arm. It does make it easier to use. But of course, if you have the gun tilted side to side, it's not going to translate to what's going on in the game. You could of course incorporate infrared sensors, you could use a camera with OpenCV. There's all sorts of solutions for this. But really I just want to see what the IMUs are capable of and how much you could get out of them.
Action! Reload! Action! Action! Reload! Action!